Hello, Exiles. This is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming. A little late on my update. Start to solo self-found. Got a Chieftain. Wanted to try it out. Yeah, I've been addicted to the new Magic the Gathering set, both in Arena and in real life. Went to like the pre-release. Been playing around with the cards, and kind of haven't been playing that much POE. And then also, I unfortunately have some real life stuff going on, as far as I have a funeral to attend tomorrow, so I won't be able to play much tomorrow either, just a little bit tomorrow morning. But outside of that, yeah, I am kind of playing around with the new Chieftain, testing that out. It's little early on. I've done one map. I did some uh, of the League mechanic. I got already the Soul Devourer one, which people figured out using this in Legion can be really good. You just go into like a 4-way, 5-way Legion when you're just about to level, and basically you hit it right away, and then you start Soul Eatering, and it's really powerful. Got a 6-link and a 5-link from the League mechanic, but unfortunately they don't really fit, the colors that I need at the moment, so I'm sitting on a 4-link with Molten Strike, Inspiration, Multi-Strike, and Immolate. I am running a dual-wield Molten Strike build, and one of the reasons I like this setup is because you have this Fire Mastery for 100% increased damage, and this dual-wielding Mastery for 60% increased damage if you're dual-wielding two different weapon types. So we got a sword and a mace in this case. You can go sword, mace, sword, axe, axe, mace. That's pretty much, I mean, you can do other things, but I want to be able to leap slam, so that is the way of it at the moment. Probably going to mess around with the skill tree. This isn't exactly what I like, but I started with Tesalio Cleansing Water. It's just a little bit of extra value. What it does is it takes half of your fire resist and applies it to cold and lightning resist. So if you have gloves like this, just for simpler math's sake, let's say you have like 40 fire, cold, and lightning resist on gloves, you would get the 40 of each, but then you'd get actually 40 fire and 60 cold and lightning, which would be very, very strong. It takes you from 120 resists on that piece of gear to 160. So that's a pretty nice bonus. Just makes gearing easier, but unfortunately, while a lot of this stuff is very convenient, and Valico is going to be the big one, but I'm not getting it yet because I haven't yet got like all the fire resist plus fire resist stuff here. Barbarism up this way. Grab this kind of stuff. I'll get some tattoos if I can, and I might run Purity of Fire at some point, which also has synergy with Tesalio, which should make gearing super easy. Then I can just put chaos resist and other utility stuff for my suffixes because my resists will be all sorted. Currently running Precise Technique as well, and also Point Blank. So Molten Strike, it's a little better from the Duelist start because you just swing over this way, get the extra strike, then you instantly get the Fire Mastery with the attack speed on it, which is better than this stuff, but this is kind of on the way. And then you get Point Blank and Precise Technique and Dual Wield, and that's all very quick. I've done this way before. You can literally go down here, grab this, grab Dervish, grab Gladiator's Perseverance, Burning Brutality, Precise Technique, Point Blank, and Ambidexterity, and this is all like boom, 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 boom. It's an incredible amount of damage early on, so if you want to try Molten Strike, I suggest doing either a Slayer or a Champion. And you can do that because, yeah, it's just an intense amount of power early on in the game. You will feel extremely overpowered all throughout the leveling. But I did want to try the Chieftain. So here's the other things about the Chieftain. Toa Forest Strength. This skill is not great. Most of the time, it triggers when I'm leap slamming during maps instead of when I'm actually attacking. Which best case scenario, it stuns some white mobs because you get like some extra stun duration from leap slam, which is pretty much the only good thing that comes from that. And then as far as from the actual strike, Unfortunately, it's not very good with that either because, well, when I have all of my buffs up, I have like 5 attacks per second, so it's like 20% more damage, kind of, which isn't great. It doesn't benefit from like the multi-strike or anything, so I'm not getting the repeats or the more damage from it, from what I can tell. And so as a result, and it's got a 1-second cooldown, the Tuo's Chosen, or Tuo's Chosen. So, yeah, it's kind of weak. It's just 1 extra attack per second. And what it enables is this, which gives me a level 30 Ancestral Call on the body armor, which is just a lot of utility, and I think people have said it gives more damage. I looked at the wiki, and it doesn't show the level 30 version as giving more damage, just not having any penalty, so I'm not really sure which to believe. 2 extra strikes is literally just a glove slot, because usually you're getting your 2 extra strikes on your glove later on. So that's not great either. The main reason to take it is for Valico's Storm's Embrace to get, 85, 90 all resist, relatively easily and cheaply. So I figured if there's any way to run Chieftain, first of all, I want to use the very strong skill that is Molten Strike, and second of all, I want to do it on solo self-found, where, the easier gearing is actually going to matter. So normally I jump straight into a map. This time I'm not doing Arena because that map sucks and I hate it. I am going to do it, but I'm not going to do it in this. So just go ahead and pop into one of these. Then I'll talk more about my build afterwards, but you just wanted to show the basic premise of the build. This is just a tier 1 map, just getting started. Yeah, very, very slow. Starting as a Marauder, you don't get Frost Blink as a Marauder, which sucks. Your starting accuracy, because of your starting dex, is very low. You're not close to a lot of attack speed nodes or accuracy nodes, really. So yeah, Marauder kind of isn't super good to start with. Once again, kind of wish I had started as a duelist, but I thought I'd give it a shot. No time like the present, right? But yeah, I think my impression is pretty negative so far of Chieftain, but it is turning out to be, somewhat adequate build, just because Molten Strike is fundamentally very strong with all of the scaling that's available. It's just super efficient scaling once you actually get to it. So we'll go ahead and take out this Ashling. Sure, doesn't matter. I'm not very tanky at the moment yet. Oh yeah, I should probably talk to that Tane so he doesn't pop up every single time I do stuff. So yeah, get through all this. I'm not going to bother doing the rituals, even though honestly it would probably benefit me since I'm just starting. Maybe I'll go back in after I'm done recording, but it's just a lot of extra busy work. Grab the loyalty. I'm gonna go chat up the Tane real quick. Oh yeah, I'm used to having chill resistance from being, I play Trickster so often that I always have chill resistance. I do not currently, so those chill balls are actually quite annoying. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother killing all this stuff. Just gonna run towards the end. Kind of getting some lag spikes here. There you go. But yeah, as you can see, the damage is quite good, or at least not bad. So that is one thing that is kind of nice here. I don't have any unveils yet, so I'm going to take a look at these real quick. I could just do this all at the end, but oh, there's the movement speed. And we'll take a look at the helmet and cold and chaos resist. Perfect. Perfect. All right. My gearing situation is pretty awkward. I'm wearing some low-level uniques at the moment. Thrill Steel and Lion's Eye Paw. So gearing is still very awkward, but the one good thing is the Tesalio's Flowing Water or whatever. Very, very nice as far as the making it easy to hit my resistances and stuff. Riker is not that great, so we'll go ahead and just remove him. Alright. And let's finish up. Oh, yep. Bunch of the cold balls spawned. I should probably try to get chill and freeze immunity if possible. With this, I know I can get it partially through the through one of the pantheons, and I might do that. The pantheon can be a little bit different this time around compared to what I normally do, just because the needs are different. So yeah, let's see, where is it? The Soul of the Brine King actually has avoid chance to be frozen and reduce effective chill, which could both be very, very valuable in this build. So probably going to be doing something like that. I normally don't talk that much about the Pantheon because it's kind of like just a Swiss Army knife. You use it however you need at the time. People ask me about it a lot, and I change it so often depending on what I'm doing. Like, yeah, sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, I just pick one and stick with it based on my gear and stuff. But generally speaking, you know, you're going to want to swap around your Pantheon depending what bosses you're fighting, what content you're doing. So that's why I'm usually not, when I'm talking in my guides about the Pantheon. But it is probably the number one most common question I get. I get it. People are probably, you know, usually people do recommend a Pantheon. Oop, and I'm frozen. Yep. Yeah, that could definitely happen. My resists are only 76, and as you can see, my life total is very low at the moment. I kind of just forewent all life for the most part, and I have several pieces of gear with 0 life on them, so it's a little bit awkward. I don't think I've died too much, but I've definitely died. Yeah, I've died 8 times, so it's not like I'm even remotely deathless here. So I need to be a little bit more careful about getting in front of these chill skeletons here. Kind of need to be ready to frost blink out of the way when they shoot their things at me, and I need to jump right off of these chill balls that are spawning as soon as I kill things. Alright, let's pop in here, take down the boss, see how that goes. Yeah, my single target damage is really good for, you know, this early, considering I don't have great weapons or anything yet. Yeah, sure, we'll do a metamorph just to see, what do we got here? Legion Incubator, that sounds pretty good. Catalyst, fractured armor. Yeah, I'm not going to bother making it any harder here. Alright, so yeah, we'll do the metamorph. And as you can see, I take it down pretty quickly, so not too bad. Pretty happy with where that's sitting. These gauntlets, and then I will, oh yeah, let's talk to him again so he doesn't bother us, and head back here to talk about the rest of everything. So, I went over my skill tree. I guess I'm going a little out of order here, but basically I actually went through the armor early on. So you get flat armor here. When you're fighting against like the Rose and everything, this extra 50 flat armor is actually pretty nice. So I actually popped around this way, went up here. I probably should have went through here and went through the attack speed, because honestly the attack speed really matters though. But the armor is just helpful to not get like Roa stunned in the first couple of levels. I've got 1 tattoo on so far. It's just an attribute one, changed one of my strength to attributes. Not sure what I'm going to do with that exactly. But yeah, I went down here and I actually beelined straight down to the Fire Mastery as soon as I could get it, and the extra attacks. So yeah, I just popped straight down here, grabbed Invigorating Blaze and Brinkmanship, and got the Fire Mastery here, and the non-vol strike skills, strike 1 additional. And then I went up this way, grabbed this kind of stuff, and then from there on, I kind of just filled stuff out. Like, I got the Champion of the Cause, I moved over here, started getting like precise technique. All of this isn't super efficient for the starting location. I kind of wanted to go through here so I could get Dervish, but there's so much stuff down this way that if I cut off this way and also this stuff, like, it's just more efficient to go this way. So stuff like Art of the Gladiator and Dervish, which would also give me attack speed, were kind of cut out. Just overall, for what I want to do with the build, I think Marauder is not a great place. Once again, if I were a duelist, this would be much better, much easier. I could get rid of these less efficient attack and fire masteries for these more efficient ones. I could have a lot more attack speed earlier on. Would have been, and then I could have gotten a lot of the damage early on and then like focused on everything else. So yeah, just overall, and I wouldn't even have to travel up here. So I'd save probably like 8 or 9 points on top of that. And instead of getting Eagle Eye, I could get like Weathered Hunter, which would help with the resistances as well. Because you do need some accuracy nodes for precise technique. I also have the accuracy mastery here. Other than that, I do have another fire mastery to convert physical to fire. I am running a physical weapon at the moment, so that's the reason for that. I got the fire penetration and everything with Lava Lash, pretty good. Golem's Blood with life mastery. I'm probably going to grab another life mastery here, the 50 flat life. I should have grabbed that quite a while ago. Mana mastery for reservation. Bleed immune for the armor and evasion mastery. A little bit of leech. Ambidexterity with dual wield mastery. Here I'm actually running, so I have a combo here. Area of effect actually scales both how far your projectiles go on Molten Strike as well as the area of the balls. So if you add area, you are making it so that you are hitting more, but your balls will go out, so your single target won't be as good. The best way to counteract that is to actually just reduce projectile speed. So I got the projectile damage, adjacent animosity, and the projectile mastery, less projectile speed. I also considered running as a 6th link. My 5th link will be fire penetration. But as a 6th link, I was thinking of actually running slower projectiles. The other option is just like something like weapon elemental damage is probably what's going to go in. But other than that, I have the elemental mastery here, which I will swap out for this one because the penetration is going to be more important later on. I am going up to multi-shot to get the extra like 20% damage that'll come from having an additional projectile. So the clear will be a little bit better and everything there. I might even spec out of this area because I'm not strictly sure that it's necessary, honestly, especially with all of the additional strikes. I could just take another additional strike, have 3 additional strikes, and then I won't need as much area then. So as far as like clear goes, so that's one option as well. I'm gonna grab some life. I'm probably gonna get spell suppression since I'm gonna be in the neighborhood anyway. I might swap to crit, so I might take all of this out. I have lethality, which is crit, eagle eye, which is crit. I'll have like heart seeker and depth perception maybe. I kind of want to get the same kind of like super efficient stuff up here, and then I can get some frenzy charges. I actually pathed by all the frenzy charges, so I could get 6 frenzy charges, but the big problem with all of this is, okay, then I also have to get max resist, and then I also have to get life. So I'm already at level 72. Like 20 more points, is that going to do it? Like already just grabbing this, even specking out of like this stuff up here, like say I only go up to Heart of the Warrior, that's still going to be very point expensive. So I'll have to figure out some more efficient pathing basically if I want to get everything that I want. Otherwise, well, I'm not entirely sure it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. So my weapons are physical, kind of, flat fire as well. So this one actually has physical and flat fire. And this one's just pure physical, and then as much attack speed as I can get on them. I'm running a Thrill Steel and a Lionized Pause. The Lionized Pause is really bad. I need to swap this out. I just was using it to level because it gave me fire damage to attacks, so it was a little extra DPS. But That is pretty much the only reason, but it's quite bad, and I'll probably get something else. I can run Thrill Steel and still have maxed resistances, which is pretty crazy. I have a Silver Flask, which is completely redundant. I actually don't have my flasks really figured out at all, because I just got the map, so gonna work on that. I have this kind of bad body armor. I mean, it's fine, it's life double resistance, but it's definitely getting traded out as soon as I get a 5 link. I have this quite bad ring. I don't even need it for the intelligence anymore because I got the big intelligence node, but I will eventually for Immolate. I think for Immolate I need like 78 int for level 21. I have this ring, which is also pretty bad. It's just some damage, some life, and a crafted resist. This amulet I got at level, well, right around 19 and haven't traded. This is awful, absolutely terrible. Funnily enough, these gloves are one of my best pieces, just being triple resist, a pretty low life roll still, and then some fizz damage. The belt is probably actually my favorite, or my best piece, with 88 life and 30 chaos res, which is sad. So yeah, my gear is literally as trash as you can get, even for just starting maps, but that doesn't really matter because, yeah, all of the convenience of Chieftain is starting to show. So overall, it's bad still, but it is very convenient gearing wise. So we'll see if that actually translates into some sort of advantage in the long run. But in the short run, I would say probably not. Probably better off just running Slayer or something if you want to make a build similar to this, Slayer or Champion. Depending. Yeah, I don't even know if everything else is really worth going over. Like I said, I don't have my Pantheons filled out yet, but I'll probably get Brine King instead of Arakali. Oh yeah, I don't know why I have Soul of Relicash. I'm immune to bleeding. I should probably just use something else. I don't really know what here. Maybe like reduced effective shock. We'll do the poison one. So yeah, kind of bad. Not a great start, but it is a start. And as soon as I do get gear, this should be pretty good. Weapons aren't bad. My weapons are actually quite fine for where I'm at, and are probably good enough, honestly, to get me to like pretty close to red maps at least, even though they don't look that good. But when you're rocking, oh, I should probably do the links. When you're rocking like Anger and stuff, you're going to get a bunch of extra, like Anger and Immolate are a ton of flat damage, so really you just need fast weapons at that point. But yeah, I have Anger, Frostblink, Determination, Mark on Hit, Poacher's Mark. Poacher's Mark is really good for a number of reasons. Flat physical damage, I'm converting Fizz to Fire, but really it's for the life and mana on hit. Really, really good. And then Life Tap, just so I'm using life with the Mark on Hit, so I'm not burning through my mana like no other. I've got Precision, Ancestral Protector, a Vol Ancestral Warchief with the quality that I found in a Vol side area, multiple totem support, of course, and then Leap Slam with momentum and faster attacks. That's pretty standard. Molten Shell Cast and damage taken increased duration. So pretty simple setup. It's like one of the most simple and down-to-earth builds I've made. The mechanics are easy to understand. It's very, you know, it's very easy to understand build. But I'll put the POB. You should copy it, but instead of taking everything over here, switch to Slayer and go this way and grab all the stuff that I talked about earlier, and you'll have a much better time. And that'll save you a lot of points. Overall, pretty fun so far start. Hopefully I'll get to play more, but I also do want to play more Magic the Gathering, and Last Epoch new update is also coming out tomorrow, so I have some things to think about as far as that. Hope you enjoyed this update. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I'll see you next time. Bye.